This is for all candidates that are used. Would you like to use the long gun registry? Yes or no, and why?
Maybe we'll go in reverse with that. Mr. Burton?
Yeah, well, I have been doing some research on this over the last couple of weeks because I have had an important decision to make. Because the leader of the New Democrats decided to give every member of the party the choice to vote in favor or against. So when deciding how I felt about it, I started doing some research, and I talked to some members of the community who raised some important concerns about safety, particularly of the safety of women and children that are in homes where there is violence. And they told me that by having a gun registry, it gives the government important tools to keep families safe. And for that reason, I believe because keeping our families safe is the top priority, I have to support the registry.
Kids, I'm born and raised here. I'm a hunter, so I hunt deer, moose, partridge, and ducks. I eat them if I'm lucky enough to bag one because I'm not a very good shot. But anyway, I believe that the gun registration is obsolete, and there's a reason for it. There's two types of registrations out there, kids. There's one is for the long gun registration, and the other one is called a PAL, which means you own guns. So really, it's a duplicate system. It's almost like these kids are saying they have dogs or goldfish. Well, why would you want to register the dog twice or the goldfish twice? It just doesn't make sense, and it's very costly. So really, we have a dual system out there, so we don't need half the system because it costs a lot of money. So I've got an acquisition license, and that would say that if the police ever wanted to find out, okay, what's going on at 7 Mueller Crescent, where I live, so if you ever want to come for a hot dog, come to 7 Mueller Crescent. Not you, you little squirt, because you could probably out-eat me, I can just tell that. But, so the police would know that at 7 Mueller Crescent, Hec Clouthier lives there, and oh, by the way, he owns guns. So there already is a registration in place in that regard. So I believe it's just a waste of money to have the other type of registration there, the long gun registration. And really, it really puts a lot of hunters and farmers in a predicament because if we do not register the gun in the one side, we can get charged and you'll have to pay a fine for not registering the gun, whereas the other registration already is in place. So it's like a dual system. It just doesn't make sense. Not only is it not good for the economy, it's mind-boggling that they would have it out there. It's like registering your dog twice. Okay.
Mr. Clouthier? Ms. Tabbert?
Well, William, I think we should keep the gun registry. And the reason I think we should keep the gun registry is somewhat like what Mr. Burton just said. It helps keep people safe, and it helps save some lives. But there's some work to be done on the gun registry. Sometimes it's pretty cumbersome for hunters and farmers. And so there's a few things that we want to change with the gun registry to make it better and to address some of the problems that hunters and farmers have told us about, but we still want to keep it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, I do not own a gun. There is not a gun in my home, but a lot of you do have guns in your homes because your parents are farmers or hunters and they use guns. And what's most important is those guns are locked up, and that no one can access those guns except the person that owns the gun and is registered with that gun. So what I don't agree about with this is that the government spent $2 billion putting together this gun registry. That's a lot of money. Think of all the things we could buy if we had $2 billion. What kinds of things do we do with $2 billion? You can tell me after, because I want to know. But $2 billion is a lot of money. And we could have done things like crime prevention. We could have got more sports programs for you guys, maybe some new playgrounds, other things other than just devoting this money to registering these guns. And most of the hunters and farmers here are very responsible about their guns. So So they feel they shouldn't have to pay the registration fees, and I agree. But I do think we need longer prison sentences for people that use guns for violence. So that means if you have committed a crime with a gun, you should stay in prison a long time, because that's not a good